But I warn you, if you make any further inquiries, or if you say a single word to anyone about what you have seen, there will be the most dire consequences for you and your family.
We're both in Skull and Bones, the secret society.
It's so secret we can't talk about it.
What does that mean for America? The conspiracy theorists are going to go wild.
Sure they are. I don't know. I haven't seen the web.
Number 322?
First of all, he's not the nominee. And, look, I look for...
Are you prepared to lose?
No, I'm not going to lose.
You both were members of Skull and Bones, a secret society at Yale. What does that tell us?
Not much, because it's a secret.
Is there a secret handshake? Is there a secret code?
I wish there were something secret I could manifest.
322, a secret number?
There are all kinds of secrets, Tim, but one thing is not a secret. I disagree with this president's direction that he's taking the country. We can do a better job, and I intend to do it.
Did he talk too much?
Societies meet. The rituals are still a secret. And so when we heard that some enterprising characters had managed to spy on the famous Skull and Bones Society, we couldn't resist.
The videotape provides a grainy glimpse into what appear to be the initiation rituals of a secret society that's been around since 1832, whose members have gone on to be leaders of Wall Street and the White House, the Senate and the Supreme Court.
They're sort of trying to scare the initiates, disorient them, frighten them.
New York Observer investigative reporter Ron Rosenbaum accompanied a team of Yale students who got these pictures 9 days ago. Rosenbaum's curiosity about Skull and Bones was permanently piqued when, as a classmate of George W. Bush, he lived right next to the Tomb, the group's heavily fortified home. From their perch, Rosenbaum and his cohorts taped the Tomb's courtyard. What they captured, they say, was initiates, known as neophytes, to kiss a skull, then members performing a mock...
We're both in Skull.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be looking at some TikTok. This is another two-part reaction because I have to break it down because I'm trying to keep it. Oh yeah, y'all. So look, y'all know I just got my nails done. So, well, y'all just seen it in my last video, but and I broke 2 nails already. I'll be getting them redone by the end of this week. So, but I couldn't let you guys wait. Yeah, y'all have my little I have a little back fat right there. Anywho. My little edge brush that my daughter got all kind of stuff in, but nevertheless, so you guys, welcome back. Excuse my missing nails. I'll get them fixed. They'll maybe not the next video, but because the next video gonna be the part 2 to this that I'm filming today. So, but probably by the next video I should have my new set. But welcome back. Ugly nails and all. And today we're going to be diving into some crazy TikTok. So this one I really wanted to go with an all around just a mixture, but to make it make sense. So I'm not gonna, of course, y'all know me, I tell this to y'all all the time, I'm not gonna talk your head off. I'm not gonna talk your head off because we got a lot to go over today, a lot to cover, a lot to do. I got 2 videos to film. Oh my god, this one little nail gone is so disgusting, but I got 2 videos to film, and you guys know that my saying is go grab, oh my god, this back fat, it's just got going, I just got a fat going on. I've been snacking a little, y'all, so it's Mardi Gras time, and I've been eating some king cake, and I can feel it. Nevertheless though, y'all, go on, grab whatever y'all need to chill with your girl, and let go. See y'all in a minute. I was trying to wink.
Nanny.
What kind of robot is that? Let's go.
I heard this story of what Elon Musk's nanny experienced while babysitting this man. And she was talking about going through portals and meeting beings on the other side.
And it was weird because like there was no bottom. And there were these creatures in there. And they were giant and they were semi-shaped like humans. They were glorious. They weren't like Smeagol's or any creepy little demon dudes. They were like beautiful, ancient creatures that moved in a different time. And they were giant. And like they had a different head. Like there was a bird head and like a cat head and a jackal head. And I would compare them, because I'm not super educated, to like Egyptian type of things. To the types of things May had, you know, little artifacts of. I'm not from that region. But
well, this also describes angels and devils in the book of Revelation. You know, with multiple heads, different animals pointing different ways. You know.
Yeah, the angels have many faces.
Look at the guards of the gates of the Garden of Eden, right?
Yeah.
Even alone, like that's what sounds like what you're describing.
They were beautiful, but terrifying. They weren't on my side. I'm on Team Jesus. And but I was told not to say that name over there.
Interesting.
And
of course not, because they would flee.
My aunt told me never to say that name over there. They don't want to hear Jack Black about your Jesus. And I said, because I remember when I got saved, I wanted to go save everybody. And she's like, don't you say that name over there. She said,
okay, well, let's finish the story, and then I want to go to your conversion and how you got saved.
Okay. So we're coming down in there. One of them grabbed me by the throat. And I closed my eyes, and I had him. And I was tiny, like a little rag doll compared to it.
If y'all really want to grasp what she's talking about, you got to read these two books. It's the Book of Enoch and the Book of Giants. When y'all read these books, the story that Elon Musk's nanny said is going to make a lot more sense. Now let me know what y'all think about what Elon Musk's nanny experienced while babysitting him in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom. Stay tuned. And y'all comment down below, do y'all want me to do a whole YouTube video for this?
Only way that they win is we retreat, and we're not going to retreat. We're not going to surrender. We're not going to quit. Fight, fight, fight. Amen. Only way.
Low-key, Elon hit that boy hard though. Like he hit that hard. Like woo. She's interesting though, huh? Let's keep going. Let's go.
Something unbelievable happened for us in the FBI. We were getting lots of rumors about this high-level asset that worked for several intelligence agencies at the same time. He worked for the Saudi intelligence service. He worked for the CIA, and he was being developed as a political asset in Chicago, Illinois. He was not even a United States citizen, but it was said that he was a student visa and that he was a national from another country. In 2008, everyone in the intelligence structure found out who he was. It was this individual whose name I don't like to say, who became president in 2008 of the United States.
He said it like Obama was Voldemort. Like the name that is not said. Like Voldemort. If you guys know what Voldemort is from Harry Potter, you know how like they never said his name. Like they don't speak his name. Damn. Let's figure out why.
I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States. The office of President of the United States.
One of his code names was Renegade. His real name was Barry Sortoro, but he adopted a different name for his political career.
Press pause. So I went to a lot of like my family and friends, people that I know, and I was asking them, do y'all know Barack's real name? Barack's real name? And they're like, no. And I'm like, and I let them know that it was Barry Soetoro. And they're like, some people give me that. And I'm like, I mean, I get it that it's like, may not seem like a big deal, but it really is. Because when you start going down the Barry Soetoro rabbit hole, which I'm going to do a video on, you'll realize why it's a big deal. So, but basically, he was a plant. And I voted for him. I played My President is Black. I'll never forget that. But, you know, learning what I've learned now, I fell for the boo-boo. I'll say, if nobody else don't want to admit it, I'll admit it. I fell for the boo-boo. Jokes was on me, but joke wouldn't be on me again. Let's keep going with Mr. Barry Soetoro. Let go.
When they ran him for president, the cabal, basically, this was the culmination of so many of their plans for so many years. His mission was to destroy the United States from within, one institution at a time. One of the things he did, of course, was he defunded our military. He brought down the resources that they got. But then he ordered our military in many instances and in various theaters to attack our allies and to defend and supply and help our enemies. That's exactly how he created ISIS. He would say publicly that the military were going to bomb our enemies, but then he would have the military actually bomb enemies of ISIS, our allies. He gave ISIS funding and equipment by basically ordering our military to take equipment into a certain theater and then abandon it. And the commanders would say, that's ridiculous. We'd just be handing that stuff over to ISIS. And the president's office would say, don't question orders, just follow your orders. And that was 2008.
So y'all, segment 1 was deep. Well, you know, part of the segment. However, I wanted to talk about the cabal. So right here, y'all know how I do. I have like a little, you know, blurb about the cabal. So the cabal is very prevalent. Like it's another occult thing. Here's the information on it. But a lot of people that you wouldn't expect is involved in these societies and these organizations, and they practice Jewish mysticism, different things. Like look it up. So like I said, I ain't gonna hold y'all. How y'all feel about Barry Soetoro? I mean, sorry, Barack Obama. How y'all feel about that? Drop it in the comments. But we gonna keep going because this is about to get deeper and deeper and deeper. You know, y'all, we on a ride. Let's go. Let go. Me and my broken fingernail is so disgusting. I don't want to point like that because it's horrible. Like, let's go, y'all. Oh yeah, this was still good. This pointed finger. Let's go.
One of the richest families of the world, one of the biggest dynasties. Why are they connected to royal families? Why do they own so many things? Why is there an island in Antarctica named the Rothschild Island? Why does the Rothschild dynasty have so much power in the world today? What is most commonly known about them? That the Rothschilds are a European banking dynasty with the origins that date back to the 15th century. And the family name comes from the red shield, which translates to Zum Roten Schild. Mayor Amschel Rothschild, the founder, established his banking dynasty in the late 18th century. And the most common story is that he started out as an antique coin collector. While he was collecting ancient coins, he was also collecting ancient artifacts. In fact, the Rothschilds are known to have the vastest and most intricate antique and artifact collection of all of Europe. It is thanks to them that we have discovered the Mesopotamian cuneiform tablets that speak of the ancient gods and the true origin of our planet. Before, the Rothschilds' coat of arms was the fist holding the 5 arrows, each arrow representing one of the Amschel's sons, the 5 sons. And this emblem was to show their unity and power and strength. But long before this, who were they? So if we go back in their heritage, into their genealogy, we'll find that the Jewish bankers go all the way back to Mesopotamia, all the way back to ancient Egypt and the Second Pyramid War. The year 363, His Majesty Ra, the Holy One, the Falcon of the Horizon, the Immortal who forever lives. He was in the land of Ken. He was accompanied by his warriors and his line of high priests. For there were enemies conspiring against their lord. They conspired against their lordship and wanted to keep the shiny holy crown for themselves. It all took place in the ancient Egyptian city of Edfu. In this tale, we believe that this is where the origin story of the Rothschild begins. Ra's warriors were originally from the city of Samash, and they were also known as the Chateau, which if we go research in history, basically Freemasons. They are the people, the warriors that helped the god Ra escape from the Second Pyramid War. Another name for Ra is Marduk. Marduk was the son of Enki, one of the 2 Anunnaki princes here on Earth to rule. And for this story, we need to go back to ancient Mesopotamia, Sumer, Ur. This is the dynasty.
I stopped it for a second because what was the date that they had something with Ra, which is 363? Always threes, Masonic. Marduk, here's some information on Marduk. Also, here is a little bit of information as well with Marduk right at the top and at the bottom of the Egyptian gods, just in case anybody didn't have an idea what the Egyptian gods were or what we were talking about. That way you have a little, understanding. And then also I put up here some information on the Anunnaki, which she's referring to as well. So take some time, screenshot this, get that little, information. And I provide information that I find on Google because I try to make it easier than my in-depth research that I do, because a lot of people don't have the time for that. And I know some people feel like Google is like low. But nevertheless, here you go. Screenshot this if you guys want to read it or whatever later. Y'all know I don't mind. Screenshot my work. That way you guys can have an understanding of life. Or understanding. I'm going to change that. Understanding. Because we ain't under nothing. Now, let's keep going. Woo-hoo. I'm still trying to get my wink right. Oh, well, whatever. Let's go.
Of the Anunnaki. Now, usually when we see people that are descendants of the Anunnaki gods, they usually fall into the royal families. This is how kingship was established. But the Rothschilds are not royal. So how did they become barons? Why did the English royal family, the Austrian royal family, and the French royal family decide to elevate these Jewish bankers to the title of baronet, baron, and baroness? What was the deal? Why? Amschel Rothschild, while he was trying to collect these antique coins, falls upon these artifacts describing what could possibly be his heritage. Not only his heritage, but a divine right, a claim. So these Freemasons were called the Chateau, and these people were the ones that helped Amun-Ra escape. Ra's aunt was one of the ones that went there during the Pyramid Wars to bring peace. And it was with the help of the Chateau people, Ra's warriors, that they helped him escape. After Marduk, Ra was taken away, he left his rule to this people. These people then became the high priesthood line of Ra. In fact, in ancient Egypt, after the gods and after the kings, who were the most important people? The high priests. So Ra left his kingdom to his Kam. The Ra Kam, the shield of Ra, the warriors. So Kam translate into shield, Ra, Kam, Ra, shield. In time, it became Ra, shield. You see where we're going? And this decree for them to rule came down tens of thousands of years ago. Who's the richest family on the planet with a combined income of $700 trillion? The Rothschilds. Before he left, he decreed that his kingdom would go to the Ra Kam. And Kam, K-A-M, now translates into shield. So now we have the Ra shield. So Ra shield, a red shield, Rothschild, the Rothschilds, the children of Ra. Where did the Rothschild family history? This is an antique family photo. A lot of you.
I'm gonna be honest. First of all, everybody looks weird in this picture. However, you know, as a kid, you got to be accustomed to this, or like this is normal for you not to be scared shitless with that shit standing behind you. Scared shitless. Oh my goodness. Ugh. And it's big as shit. I'm sorry about cursing y'all, but it is like weird. First of all, it's weird and it's big. Why?
Want to know what it meant. Who was the nanny with the horns? It's not a nanny. It has to do with like this tradition, custom, ritualistic ball. And it's called the Rothschild Surrealist Ball. And it started way back then. Yesterday, I told you about their family history and who they are, what they want the world to know. Wikipedia has a whole bunch of stuff on them, but I'm going to tell you what Wikipedia won't tell you. This means something. It's not just a weird costume. Every costume has a lot of symbolic meaning. Rothschilds are real party animals. They have been hosting the weirdest, most elaborate parties for hundreds of years. Hundreds. Someone asked me if that was the nanny. The real question is, do you see how tall that entity is? Keep that in mind. The horned figure has to do with some people called the Chateau. The Chateau are Freemasons from ancient Egypt. The Chateau were the people that helped Amun-Ra escape when there was the Second Pyramid War. You know, when the Anunnaki bloodlines started warring with each other because Marduk wanted to be in command and he wanted to kick out Enlil and Enki, his father and his uncle. All about that. And it also can go back all the way to the lands of Canaan and the worshiping of Baal, you know, the demon with the horns, with the goat head. But every time that they host one of these elaborate balls, you're always going to have someone is wearing horns, a deer head, goat head, horns. Someone has to be, because it's part of the tradition. It's part of the ritual. These parties are also a ritual. Important families like them will call them family traditions. I call them rituals. That's what it is? So the tradition is the hypothetical ritual. These parties are not just parties where you go, you have fun, and you dress up. There are after-party activities also.
These after-party activities is probably exactly where did he get it from?
Which include the ancient tradition of hunting down the stag. I really think that that movie about the bride that was marrying into that millionaire family, and they all did this weird game that they went around, you know, trying to get her at the end, and if they didn't get her by the next day, then she won. You know what I'm talking about? That's the kind of after party I'm talking about. You know, these family traditional things, which intrigues so many people on so many levels. Now, if you'd like to know more about how they descend directly from this high priesthood line that used to worship Ra and how they came into power through the ancient Egyptian god Ra, follow for more because that's going to be my next video. Did you guys watch the movie Ready or Not? I loved it. Nikki Hilton got married with one of the Rothschilds? Is it just me?
Before we go to this movie, I actually just finished this movie the other day, and it was, number one, it was really good, but number two, it was really like interesting. I tell you this, I bet she probably was wishing that she was like, I could have just did without marrying him and his family, because that was a bit much. But that brings you to what they do with their I don't know how, if I could say it, but ritual abuse, but not the SE, but like Satan ritual abuse, like that type of stuff. That's what they do in their occult stuff. They were like hunting. They do that. They do the S magic that was in the ritual book. I think was that Aleister Crowley had the book about the S magic. They do that. There's a movie about, I don't remember I think it's a TV show, but it's in regards to Jim Parsons and L. Ron Hubbard. And L. Ron Hubbard, I think, did have Scientology, but it's three of them. I forgot the other one name. But they did the Babylon, is it called the Babylon something ritual, where it's like a S magic ritual. And they did that to try to get the Antichrist, the son of perdition, I guess you could say. Which is kind of interesting, because I never went down that rabbit hole with you guys. But here's the tea. They did this ritual in the woods, right? Matter of fact, here's some information right here. But as I'm talking, they did this wood in the ritual. This ritual in the wood. And a few months later, on the something aligning with the celestial signs of what they were trying to do, was like June the 14th or something like that, and his birthday. When everything went, I don't know, man. I don't know. But what I do know is whatever they were trying to conjure up in the woods when they was doing their little rituals, a child was conceived, which is Donald Trump. I'm not saying he's Antichrist. I think that, in my opinion is this. I feel as though the Antichrist may be multiple people working together. Because, I mean, I don't know. I just see there's multiple people that have the characteristics. So, and they all be cool together. So, I don't know. My opinion is maybe they work together. I don't know. But I do know that they did that. He came not that long after. As for Elon, it's all, like my other video says, it's all connected. It's all connected. But let's keep going. And this is interesting how Nikki Hilton and the girl on the movie Ready for Not had the same kind of style dress. And Nikki Hilton did marry a Rothschild. And I don't think that she would be considered like connected to like that type of wealth, but connected to the wealth of the Hilton, like that. I'm not sure if their family was directly dealing with what these people do. I'm not saying they're not Satan. I'm not saying none of that. I'm not saying that they ain't playing with the get down. I'm just saying I don't know if maybe she was like maybe it was the Rothschilds and then they was like down here. I don't know. My guess. But let's keep going. Let go.
Oh, that's the same dress, right? Like, correct? The plot of the movie of Ready or Not is this girl that marries into this huge dynasty, almost like the Rothschild dynasty. So cool. What a coincidence. And this family that the girl is marrying into this like rich dynasty is all into like weirdo traditions and ritualistic games. It's such a great movie. This is Nikki Hilton's husband, James Rothschild, from the Rothschild dynasty. And I have to say, they look so much like the protagonists of the movie Ready or Not. So much fun, right? She married into this family. These are the Rothschilds. This is one of the famous photos from the Rothschilds' surrealist ball. This took place in the 70s, and this is just like a family tradition, especially the stag, the hunt of the stag, and at every party that they have, as a family tradition, someone must have the stag horns or is dressed like a stag. These are just some of the costumes that night that the guests were wearing. They collect all type of antiques and ancient artifacts, as I've told you in so many of my previous videos on them. Not to mention all the art that they collect. One of their homes, a bedroom like everyone else's.
Believe that in half an hour, I will be a part of the Ladomas Gaming Dynasty Empire.
Dominion, we prefer Dominion.
Your touch. I honestly...
Even the Help is dressed identical to what the Help was dressed like in the Rothschilds' surrealist ball. How far-fetched is this? Like, is this just all a huge coincidence? So cool, right? Did you...
Now there's just certain people I have no time for. Like if you're sexist or homophobic, or if you don't believe in conspiracy theories. How do you not believe in any conspiracy theories? I understand not all of them, not most of them, but you don't believe in any conspiracy theory? You just think the government's just batting 1,000 and telling us the whole truth? That's a strong stance to take. I don't like talking about things I don't feel like I'm truly knowledgeable in. But I do know this. Our government is placed in charge of all of its people. I'm a father who's been placed in charge of just one son. And I lie to that nigga all the time. Now it's just...
So I ended that clip with that funny little, that little part with that funny clip because that was hilarious. But like, for real though. Like, for real. For real. But y'all go check out that movie. That movie is really good. It's really, really good. But y'all tell me so far how y'all feeling about this. What y'all think about the Rothschilds. You know, and everything that we done went over thus far. But let's keep going. We got a lot more to do. So let's keep going. Keep going. I mean, they all do it. Like, Adam Lambert even got his nails and paint. Like, they all do it. They all do it. I mean, come on now. Truth in plain sight. Let's keep on though.
the 13 bloodlines that run the world. Look up. This is not even no theory, y'all. This, you can look up the 25 banks that own everything. Nigga, everything? Nigga, everything. And, you know, we feel like we're doing something because, you know, we find out, you know, who Rockefeller is and, you know, we find out who the Rothschilds are. And we're like, man, figured it out. No. All them are just puppets. You think the government and the politicians are puppets? Or even the Illuminati's puppets? It's something much darker behind all of that. It doesn't matter if somebody calls you crazy. It really doesn't. At this point, the shit that's finna happen, the shit that they finna do, you think people calling you crazy is the worst that could happen? You got two different types of people. You know, you got the people that are like, you know, that doesn't make sense. Like, explain that to me. You got people like that. Don't turn those people away. And then you got some people that are just like, this is stupid, you fucking idiot, this is dumb. Like, don't even smack them people. Like, it's a waste of time. They're angry because they can't even express themselves. They don't have the vocabulary or the knowledge to express themselves. If you let yourself become entangled with those people, then you're just letting the same negative parasitic entity feed off of your energy and siphon off your energy that's using them with trolls. Like, fuck the trolls.
B.O.B. was dropping gems, always do drop gems. And they wonder why they don't have, like, you don't see him in the industry as much. And, like, cause, like, the shit be wicked. Like the movie. It's wicked. Side note, why does Ariana Grande look like that? Is she okay? Somebody drop in the comments what y'all think. Because she doesn't look well. I pray for her.
Damn, Cardi B, they got you too? It's crazy how people would do.
I'ma hope he put that picture right there, cause to cover her hello. But 666 for shit show. Symbolism, like. Let's go. Let's see what he gonna say.
Anything just to become rich and famous, y'all. Look at this picture, y'all, and tell me, what do y'all see? You might even have to flip the camera upside down if you really can't see it just looking at it straight on. Look past the doves. Let me know if you got it. If not, maybe that's a refresher memory. I mean, come on now. It's clear as day, right? That also makes sense on why Cardi B knows so much. Y'all remember the live when she was like, I hate the people that was in such and such state. That's why y'all be getting hurricanes. And then she turned around and said, let me stop before I say too much. I don't want to get... Y'all all know that Cardi B can't rap for real, right? Every hit song that she got has been written by somebody else, allegedly. And that's why they got a hold on her like that. If she get out of line, it's going to be so quick to bring her career down the drain. It's not even going to be funny. Before you get to the industry, people got to make sure you have your own following. Because if they build you up, best believe you better not get out of line, because just as quick as they build you up, they can break you down. And you all know what happened when you don't play by their rules. People end up missing. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Damn, Cardi. Damn, Cardi B. They got you too? I'm not understanding why everybody's surprised that A$AP Rocky got off. Just look at his hand, y'all. You know what time it is. We all know that man was guilty.
I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. The same way I wasn't surprised with Young Thug. Diddy going down for a different reason. Like, but how many cases did he get off on? I wasn't surprised when Jay-Z stuff got dropped. Like, now granted, the Jay-Z thing with Busby is, I think Busby has something going on where he needed to take care of something. But so, you still, look, let me shut up, because I don't want no issues. Like, They all a part of the club, the secret club that you ain't invited to. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't want to be invited to it. I'm straight. Is that a little doohickey up there? I'm straight. I don't want to be a part of the club. Let's go.
We all seen the video. We seen what he did to A$AP Rocky. He pushed up on that man with the strap. He pressed up on him, and he put that joint to his head. He said, "Give me 3 reasons why I shouldn't blow your brains." Since he won, y'all, don't be surprised if you see A$AP Rocky in the headlines other than this. It might be some music or something, but he gotta contribute down because they helped the boy out. Them. People talking about, oh, it's the justice system. It's the justice system. Yeah, they control it. But like I said, he gotta do something for them now. I know y'all all remember this video.
We slipping on semen. Niggas was jerking off in the bathroom, nigga. We got that nigga up out of there, all that shit, you know.
I don't even know why A$AP Ferg acting surprised. He knew it. Because he get down with the get down too. I'm not understanding.
Yeah. I just feel like certain stories and certain like things that we just probably shouldn't share with everybody. Like that should just be like, go to the grave with you. And that was one. Well, let's keep going. Woo.
Have you ever wondered why so many Disney characters have deceased parents? Well, the truth behind that is actually based on Walt Disney's own trauma. As always, make sure to like and follow if you like this content, and comment down below anything else you want me to talk about. So just a quick little backstory, Walt Disney and his brother Roy were the ones that founded the whole franchise, and their first biggest hit ever was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Snow White started hitting screens all across the country, and they made big money. And growing up, Walt Disney and his brother, they struggled a lot, so he wanted to repay the favor, as most people do, to his mother for taking care of him and being such a great mom for all those years. So him and Roy pitched in to buy her and their father a house. However, unfortunately, less than a month after moving in, the gas furnace started giving Flora problems. So she naturally complained to Walt and Roy, and specifically asked Walt Disney to come over and take a look. However, at this time, like I mentioned before, their business was booming. He didn't have any time to go visit his mom as much as he would have liked to. So he just sent a worker over so that they could look at it for him. Worker looked, he said it was fine, and there was nothing to it. November 26, 1938 was a normal day for both Flora and their father, Elias, I think that's how you pronounce it. During that day, Flora excused herself to the bathroom and took an unusually long time. It was at that point that Elias went to go check on her and found her completely unconscious on the tile floor. He immediately tried to go get help from someone on the outside of the house, but he also got overwhelmed by the fumes. Thankfully, their housekeeper, Alma Smith, noticed herself getting dizzy and went to go get help. It was at that point that the people that came to help found Elias and Flora both on the floor and dragged them outside in hopes to save their life. Fortunately for Elias and unfortunately for Flora, only one of them survived. So it was that day that Walt and Roy both lost their mother. After that, Walt Disney completely refused to talk about it. He didn't even show any emotion at her funeral. People would constantly ask him if he needed help or if he was okay, and he would tell them to stop talking about it and go on acting like nothing happened. So a lot of people think that the pattern of deceased mothers, typically in his movies, is a way for him to try to heal through his art. Do you guys think this is a reach, or could it possibly be the case? Have you ever...
Rihanna was 15 years old, and without parental supervision, she auditioned in producer Evan Rogers' hotel room. Impressed by her beauty and talent, Rogers encouraged her to cut a demo. This demo eventually reached Jay-Z in New York. Subsequently, Rihanna, at age 16, was flown from Barbados to New York for a meeting with Jay-Z, which lasted from midnight until 3 a.m. During this meeting, Jay-Z allegedly pressured Rihanna into signing a recording contract, telling her, "There's only 2 ways out the door or through this window." Rihanna expressed her distress over the situation, later saying, "The label locked me into the office till 3 a.m. This incident raises significant concerns. When Rihanna was 15...
Who knows about the demon that they call Rain Man?
Like, I used to write all the time, before I...
First of all, I don't know who... Well, I know I wouldn't let my kid even go out the city, let alone out the country, with people that she don't know. Like, I don't know. They do have that where she was, you know, the traffic. She drove traffic, you know, and I don't know. But I mean, it's plausible. Number two, he told her that if she didn't sign, there was only two ways out: through the window, which there was on the 20-something floor, or through the door with the deal sign. As a teenager, what would you do? I would sign, because you in a building with all these people who is technically who's who. A child who knows whatever she been through before then, sitting there for hours and hours and hours. Make it make sense. Where is that okay? But whatever. Let's keep going, y'all.
Start going into the Rain Man thing. You know? Well, Jay-Z certainly knows about him, so let me shed some light on the situation. Rain Man is allegedly a demon that up-and-coming aspiring music artists go to for fortune and fame. They allegedly make a pact to sell the soul to this guy, and that's how their success comes into fruition. If you remember the video that Jay-Z did with Rihanna, with the image of her with her shoulders up, which looked like a Baphomet, blatantly, and Jay-Z on the song says Rain Man is back. Just tap that into Google, you will see big music moguls paying homage and mentioning this person in the music. Eminem says it on one of his songs. I'm a big believer in speaking words into existence, so I'm not going to repeat them lyrics, but just take a look at them. Talking about selling his to Rain Man. Why are musicians paying homage to someone if they don't exist? Why is there a pattern of him mentioning this person? Eminem's mentioning him. Eminem is a very lyrical rapper. He's not just going to say something like that for the sake of it. There is depth and meaning behind what he's saying. Who knows about the...
But if Jay-Z's saying Rain Man is back, is he calling himself Rain Man? So if Rain Man is a demonic entity that they have to talk about selling their souls to, could he have possessed Jay-Z? I don't know. Just saying, just throwing some theories out. Just think about it. Think about it. All right, let's get back to it.
This is why you need to talk to yourself.
And they discovered that speaking out loud positive affirmations about yourself for 21 days straight, speaking 3 to 6 times a day, speaking over your own life, in 21 days, your DNA begins to rewrite its own code. You can rewrite your own DNA. And so that's just the beginning part. So journaling, writing down your affirmations, speaking your affirmations, that begins the process of changing the way that your body is expressing genes. You can turn genes off just through actual speaking of affirmations. And then when you get into a situation when you realize an old emotion that doesn't fit with the situation is coming up, you have to check yourself and catch yourself, and then send your brain to think of something positive. Think of something great. Think of a blessing that you have. Think of something that's good going on in your life, or think of previous things that are great in your life. For just 15 to 20 seconds, it turns off the negativity and puts on positivity, and then you move forward in that direction. It's called brain-heart coherence. So these little tips and tricks, which I teach all the time, give people the capability of maintaining their brain-heart coherence, moving forward in the right direction, and bypassing a lot of negative thoughts. Like Dr. Almond calls them ants, automatic negative thoughts.
What's the difference between positive thoughts
I like that. No ants. No ants. No ants. So, and what is ants again? Let me see again. I forgot. Let's see. So, you guys, we have reached the end of our video. I have had a ball with you guys. I hope you guys have had a ball with me. I am tired. Oops. I'm back. My video had cut off, but I am tired. I got a lot of work to do. We still have to film another part 2 of this. And no ants. No, what? Oh my God, just literally listen to what it said about ants, and now I don't remember. Let me see. No ants. No ants. No automatic negative thoughts. No ants. No automatic negative thoughts. I'm gonna write that down. Hold on, y'all. Let me write that on my little pad. All right. So, no ants. But glad that you guys have made it through the video with me. I know it was kind of long. I try not to chatter as much, but I really wanted to provide thought-provoking content. I wanted to just get some thoughts rolling. Just get some things rolling in our brain, and things that we can look at. I just realized I had to take this off. Ouch. But nevertheless, I have to go back to filming again, and I will see you guys on the part 2. This will be up probably within the next day, and then part 2 will be up within the next 2 days from there. Nevertheless, I enjoyed my time with you guys, and I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, bye. With my broken nails.